Hello, my name is Amy, and I'm currently a tutor for DSC 80. Previously, I've been tutoring for DSC 20, 30, and 95. Some of the benefits I find of tutoring are one, you get to meet other people in the major, both from students you meet during office hours or people you meet on the tutoring staff. So it's a great way to make friends with people who are probably going to be taking the same class with you in the future. Secondly, tutoring looks good on your resume. If you put tutoring on there, it shows that you know the material well enough to help other people in it. Thirdly, at least for tutoring for 20 or 30, it definitely helps prepare for the coding interviews. I feel from all the times I spent helping debug during office hours or preparing for office hours, it definitely kept my coding skills sharp and made studying for the interviews a whole lot easier. And some of the cool things I did as a tutor, for the most part, the things I did were more behind the scenes. So I had experience with creating some of the exam questions and a whole lot of quiz questions for DSC 20 and 30. I also had experience with creating some of the exam rubrics. And for one quarter for DSC 30, I experienced with collating some of the review sessions. Overall, this is my 7th quarter tutoring, so I really enjoy it. And I hope you guys do apply and give it a try.
Hi everyone, my name is Dylan, and if I look familiar, then you might have had me in a previous quarter where I tutored for DSC 10, or maybe even this quarter where I'm currently tutoring for DSC 10 and DSC 40B. Regarding my experience of being a tutor, there's just so many things I love about tutoring, but one of the most main things is that I get to know the students taking these courses a little bit better, regardless if you are a data science major, or you might be even a different major, but taking these courses for a personal interest in data science, which is super awesome. But beyond that, there's just such a remarkably rewarding and amazing feeling knowing that you're helping other students master the data science content well enough that they're becoming expert data scientists themselves and they can apply this knowledge to their own academic and career aspirations. But even with that being said, you also really get to know the professors and the teaching faculty really well. There's no longer this dynamic where you're just one of many students within their lectures, but rather you're working with them side by side to help promote and implement the course infrastructure here at UCSD, which is super cool in my opinion. As a tutor, I've made so many awesome, memorable experiences from chatting with students in office hours, answering questions on class forums like Piazza or Campus Wire, and even configuring the Gradescope autograder. But one of the most memorable things that will stick out to me is actually in my first quarter where I tutored for DSC 10. And in that quarter, I actually got to work on the final project, which I think was such a cool experience, especially because there's so much creative freedom when it comes to finding cool and unique data sets to work with, while still keeping the entire project questions really, really practical and applied to industry use. So I really hope that this actually makes some of y'all consider about pursuing tutorship in the future. And yeah, thanks so much for listening.
Hi, my name is Avon, and I'm a junior in data science. I've worked as a DSC 10 tutor last summer quarter or last summer session and this fall quarter, which is right now. I think there is a lot of benefits of being a tutor. Personally, I put it on my resume, and when I interview with companies and when recruiters talk to me, they mention that they think this is a very valuable experience, especially when you don't have any internship yet or any other like related real world working experience because it shows your communication skill because you need to talk to students, talk to your colleagues, talk to different people. And it also shows that you have the ability to read others' code and even understand it to debug for them. Um, Other benefits are on since you're working with the professor, you do have a good chance of getting a good letter of recommendation if you decided to go into the grad school route. Um, Others are you have the chance to know a lot of great people who either like they maybe work as your colleague, also as tutors, or they could be students in your class that's just very brilliant. And there's also other people that you could be in touch of if when being a tutor. And the thing I am working on right now is that I manage grades for students. So I do the slip day counts and I also check students' grade scope submission, and then just check if there is anything wrong, and I try to notify them. I think being a tutor is a very different kind of experience.
Hi everyone, my name is Shubham Kaushal and I'm a senior from Rebel College, majoring in data science with minors in mathematics and entrepreneurship and innovation. I first started tutoring DSC 80 right when school went remote in spring 2020. In the following quarters, I've tutored every offering of DSC 80, DSC 20 for a couple of quarters, and DSC 10 and 30 in the past summer sessions. Being a tutor has been rewarding in ways that I did not anticipate. It has always been my belief that the best way to learn something is by explaining it to others, and tutoring gives you just a chance to do that. It's been almost 2 years since I completed DSC 80, but having tutored almost every lower division data science course, I can say with confidence that my understanding of the concepts taught in these classes is much stronger than it would have been if I hadn't tutored those classes. Tutoring gives one the opportunity to not only revisit old concepts, but reinforce them by explaining it to other students. In addition, tutoring is a great way to expand one's professional and social network. I've made a bunch of friends out of people I've previously tutored, not to mention the friends I've made with fellow tutors. One also gets to work closely with the professor and learn a lot of skills related to the back end of a class. Besides holding office hours and answering questions on Piazza or CampusWire, I've gained experience in other facets such as grading assignments, grading exams, making questions for exams, handling regrade requests, setting up assignments for Grayscope, and even helping with developing labs and projects. By far, the most important skill I've learned is going through someone else's code and figuring out their line of thinking and analyzing why their code is breaking, most of the time without even running their code. So the bottom line is, if you would like to learn how classes work behind the scenes, strengthen your foundation of data science knowledge, get better at reading and debugging code, and finally making your network stronger, then applying for a tutor position is your first step towards it.